examine also, that is theory and practical. Both we are going to conduct, right? This is how we are going to assess the module, right? If the situation becomes stabilized, then we are going to, once we start the university, then we will have the more practical sessions, right? Until the situation comes calm, we will do in this way. Better you use the computer, then practicals also you can do with me here, right? Okay.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, one can answer even, right? If you have any questions, anyone can answer the questions, right? Have you installed the WAN server?
Yes.
Yes. Computers, how many you don't have the computers with you now? The computer and use the computer is much better, right? Okay, for today, then next Tuesday, those who haven't logged in with the computers, find the computer if possible, right? Find the computer and work with because this is not like one direction lecture. While we are doing the practical, you can practice it, right? We'll see, right? Then the second part of this web programming module, everyone can see the content.
Yes.
Yeah. This module content of the second part, right? Under web services, that is service-oriented architecture will do, and web services as an SOA, that is service-oriented architecture. Those parts you cover, Dr. Anton, right? Then I will start the PHP part, right? This is the content. Then now we will start the PHP part, right? Then what are the, when we are using the websites, what are the softwares normally we use, right? What are the softwares? What are softwares we use to develop any website? Yeah, one can answer. What are softwares? Are you familiar with? Right, Dreamweaver, right? What else?
Dreamweaver.
What else?
NetBeans,
NetBeans.
Eclipse, and
Bootstrap.
Bootstrap. Right, then embedded with, what are the other softwares we are normally logged in with? Right, Dreamweaver with either HTML, right? Then PHP, Adobe Flash. If you are using any animation, you can use the animation like any Flash, like you can use the Flash to animate any icon, right? Those are the things we are use when we are develop the websites, right? Then there are two types of websites are available. One is dynamic website, other one is static website, right? Then it's okay now, okay, everyone?
Yeah, okay.
Right?
yeah.
Then what is the, we'll see what are the difference between dynamic website and static website, right? Static website means, that is dynamic website normally for the larger websites we work with the dynamic websites, right? Then dynamic website contain web page and dynamically it will change, right? Each time when we use the page dynamically, it's generated the real time and it's sent to the web browser, right? It's every time display different content. Each time it's viewed the dynamic website. When you go to the our website, even in other university website, you can see it's changing every time, right? Because we have created it dynamically, right? Then you see here in the picture, from the local computer through internet, it will go to the web server. We have the web server, right? Then from there, what are the things we are sending from the local host? It will go to the web server and work with any databases and other things, and again it will return back to the our local computer. This is the way it will work, right? Then static, normally for small sites where there are some small websites we can create, we use the static websites, right? Static websites. Then we go to the static website, that is web page normally, code with the HTML. The content of each page, that is fixed, it is not changed. Contains information that does not change, it remains the same or static for every viewer of the site, right? That is the normally, if anyone want to change the website, webmaster can log on to the website and change the coding. That is the way you can differentiate dynamic website and static website, right? Okay, then we'll see the next one. This screen is okay? You want to do the presentation view, or this one is okay?
Okay, madam.
This is okay?
Okay, miss.
Fine, no? Right.
Yes.
Everyone got the presentation yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Then PHP, what's the stand for PHP? PHP, these three letters stand for personal home page. Either there are two things, right? One is personal home page, other one is PHP hypertext preprocessor. These are the meaning of the PHP, right? PHP is a server-side scripting language, right? Like ASP is a server-side. Right? It was actually created in very recently, 1994, right? To create the web page. Normally, you can embed it with the HTML. Are you familiar with the HTML? I think most of you are familiar with the HTML. So it is very easy. Then you can embed the PHP coding with the HTML, right? All right. Then this is server-side scripting language. Scripts are executed on the server, right? Then it supports databases. Many databases it can support. What are the databases? MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, Sybase. These are the databases support for PHP, right? It's an open source software. You can freely download the servers and install your machines and work with the PHP. Then it runs different platforms, right? Either Windows or Linux, Unix, any different platforms you can run in the platform, right? Then compatible with almost all servers used today. What are the servers? Apache or IIS, right? These are the servers. It's easy to learn and run effectively on the server side. Right? This under the PHP. Then we'll go back to the fourth one, right? This is the client-side scripting language and server-side scripting language. As I mentioned, the PHP is a server-side scripting language, right? Such as ASP. These are the languages under the server side, a program running on the web server. That's why we are calling the server-side scripting language, right? Then change the web content on various web page. Then client-side scripting also available. That is we normally use with the HTML, either DHML, dynamic HTML, right? And with the other any flash animation sounds and any changes, we use the any other flash technology or any other technologies with the client-side scripting languages, right? Then we'll see the how the PHP work, right? Internet, first you want to install the WAMP server. WAMP stand for W. If you want, you can note down, right? What's the meaning of WAMP? Anyone knows? There are several servers which we can run PHP. Right? What is the meaning of W? One can use the microphone and talk. What does it stand for? W. WAMP server. WAMP.
Windows.
Windows, right. A stand for
Apache.
Apache. M.
MySQL.
MySQL. P. PHP.
PHP.
Okay, right, good. PHP. This is stand for these four. Then we use these four things to run the PHP coding, right? Then here also we can see how it works, right? Normally, once we install the WAN server, where it's located in the machines. Have you anyone installed the WAN server?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, where it's located once you install it?
C drive.
C drive. Then now when we what is the extension of the PHP? When we are going to save the PHP file, what is the extension you are going to use to save the file?
.php.
.php.
.php. Yeah, .php, right? Then the extension file is a PHP. If you save any file, you want to give the extension of PHP, and where we are going to save it, right? Where we are going to admit, right? Where we are going to save it, I will show the path. Can you share? Can you see my machine where I am going here?
No, madam, it's still presentation.
Still presentation, right? I want to share that as well. Yeah, you have to go to where you are going to save the file. Go to the C drive, WAMP server. There is a folder called WAMP. Under that folder, there another folder, www. Right? In that folder, right, you can create your own folder. Right? Now I have created just now the 19v1. You can when you are doing the practicals, you can create a folder by using your registration number, right? Then we are going to save all your files under the created folder. This is the path, right? See WAMP www, right? If you are saving any file, then you can go to your created file and save under that folder by giving his name with the extension is PHP, right? Then go back to the presentation, right? Then normally index file, once we use the index file, it will display in the browser, right? Then every time no need to use the index file. Once we finish everything, you can use the file as a index file. If you use the index file, it's automatically go to the web browser, right? So then any name you can use for the with the PHP extension, right? Then we'll see how you can the PHP processing diagram right? First, you can write the coding here in the PHP, then it will go to the, send to the HTML code with the, embedded with the PHP to the server, right? Then from the server, again, it will send back to the local host, right? Right, I will admit this one also, right? Right, web server receive request, web server check what type of document is, right? Once it goes to the web server, it will check what is the file type, right? It is with the .php one, then it will work with the web server and send back to the normally it will go to the browser. Web server evoke the PHP engine and pass the index PHP, right? Then PHP engine checks the document and anything between these angle brackets, right? With the PHP coding. If you are writing any PHP coding, you want to write left angle bracket with the question mark PHP and right angle bracket close in the PHP. This is the PHP coding. If you are writing any PHP coding, you want to write within this coding, right? Then PHP return the HTML output to the web server. Web server send document to the browser, right? Internet browser. This is how the PHP process diagram, and it will work in this way, right? Then yeah, here the what I already explained, the what's the meaning of WAM server, stand for, right, Windows, Apache, MySQL, and PHP or PHP MyAdmin. That's also you can use. Right, this is the path, default path. This is the path it is given there. Right. Then you can once you install the WAM server, right, you can see the icon here. Right, I will open the WAM server. Right, this icon, can you see now? This is half of the circle icon. All the services here it's running. Right, once you go there, you can see the top-up menu. Can you see the top-up menu? Right, pop-up menu, can you see?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Here, this is the ones you, there are different versions in the WAM server also. Right, this 5.5170. Right, you can find the different versions. I have sent the same thing for you. Some version with the not the half of the circle square like, right? Then any version you can use, right? When you go there, you can see what are the things available, right? You can see the top of the pop-up menu, that is local host, right? Then configuration files. If you want to start the services, that WAM server, start all the services. And sometimes this half of the circle, if it is not working properly, it will the color also might change. It become the red color. Then you want to change the it's become green light. So what you can do, you can try to start all the services. Right now my one is okay. There is no any issue. If you have any issue, then you can stop the services. Right, stop the services and start all the services again, right, to make it the normal working condition, the WAM server, right? Then you can then again, what are the important things? Apache also there. Configuration files, right? Configuration files. Can you? Everyone can see this pop-up menu, right? And then there is a file called httpd configuration file, right? Can you see this notepad window?
Yes, madam.
right? Then, okay, this is the notepad window, right? If there are any changes, right? If there are any changes, you can, because the normally PHP works with different port. You can find once you go there, where we have this port, right? 80 is a normal port, right? When you find that one, here find what? Now you can see the port values. Listen, right? 78, 80 like this, the default one, right? If there are any issues you occur when you are using the WAMP server, you can change the port value. It's work with the 82, right? Instead of 80, you can change the 82 here, right? Everywhere there are 3-4 places with this same port values. Then you can find another place, right? Then everywhere you want to change the same port value, right? There is another one, localhost. Now this is working with the 80 port, right? There are some machines with work with the 82, either 86. You can change those values and then you have to save that file, right? And start all the services. Then you can see the port. There is no, yeah, there is no error, and working the WAMP server appear with the working condition, right? If you have any issues, then you can go to the file http conf. You can note down that also. Okay. Then you can go to the local host. Local host. Under your project, this is a WAMP 5, right? PHP, Apache MySQL. Then under that you can see the folder. Under your project, these are the folders available under your WAMP server, www WAMP server, the folder which I have created, that is the 19B1 is here. Right now, if I have the file, I can go inside the folder and run it, and then you can work with the local host.
Madam, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there any differences between WAMP and SAMP servers?
No. There is no any difference. Right? You can either install WAMP or SAMP. There is no difference. You can work either anyone. Okay.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
Right. Anyone has any questions? You can switch on the mic and ask. Right. Then this is the path we are going to save the files. Right. Then we go back to the presentation. Right. Right. Then yeah, path is given. Then how PHP work? You need to observe, and that works in the conjunction PHP. You need to, because the PHP code has the executed. Yeah. Right. Then shall we now? Actually, now there's no. We don't want to talk much. You can straight away. You can work with the practical works. Right. Normally, this is the HTML coding. Right. Then once HTML tag, open tag, then close tag, body tag. Under the body, normally we write the PHP coding. It is not necessary to write the within the body. Either you can once you open the Dreamweaver, either if you doesn't matter, you can work with the notepad even, right? But my idea is better to use the if you have the Dreamweaver, it's better, because if you have any errors, it will appear there, right? Then you can write the coding within the PHP coding, right, within the WAMP. Then go to the Dreamweaver. Either if you don't have, you can write the notepad. First example we write there. Now, can you see this screen?
Yes.
Right there. Now here you can see the HTML text, right? If you want to write the PHP code, you can write within the body, right? Either you can remove everything, you can delete everything and write the straight away PHP code, right? Then are you familiar with the Dreamweaver? Dreamweaver? Yeah. Now how many tabs we have here? 3 tabs. One is coding tab, other one split and design. Right? If you are using the code, right, code tab, but what we can see, only codes. Right? If you are using the design tab, only design. Then if you want to see the both, then you have to use the split. Right? Split. Then coding and design both you can see in one window. Right? This advantage of the split, better to use the split window. Right? Then we can write the coding here. Now go back to the presentation. You have to start with the angle brackets with PHP, right? I will copy this one. Angle brackets, start question mark and close the angle bracket, right? To display the hello world, we used to write the echo, either print, right? Hello. And end with the semicolon. End with the semicolon. You can go there and see end with the semicolon. Right, once you type the, there are still students are joining, right? Now we are using the Zoom, that's a free version, so sometimes it is after 40 minutes it will interrupt, then you again you can use the same way again log in, right? Sometimes it will take the 2 hours at stretch. Yeah, admit. Right, then once I type the coding, you have to write it save as and find the location, right? Find the location. Right, this the under the C WAM www, and here I'm going to save the file with the PHP extension. Right, this is a file. Right. Now see, obviously I have done this. Now there is a red mark there. Right. That means in the notepad we can't see those errors. If you have any errors in the Dreamweaver, you can appear before running the PHP coding. Right. I haven't closed the double quote there. That's why it's appear. And now no syntax error is happening. Right. Then you can see the Dreamweaver coding, right? Now, as I mentioned, now if I do the mistake here, right? What will happen? It will appear the error, right? Once I save it, I'll save, right? It will mark the error. Right now, you see, once I save this one, right, then we'll run the PHP coding, right? Go to the WAN server, right? Then go to the local host and 19b1 1.php. You can see the result, right? This is the once you compile the PHP coding in the local host, you can see the, and path also given, we are running on local host, right? Then it will appear the path here also, 19b1, right? Right, a local host, then slash 19b1 folder, this is the file name. Okay. Then, yeah, are you typing at the moment? Coding, first coding, hello world. Did you type in your machines, those who have the machines?
Yes, madam.
Right? Right, then we'll change some changes we'll do for the text, right? If you want to make it bold, right, you can write this PHP coding. What is a B for bold, right? Use the B tag, right? B with the angle brackets and end with the B. Then again you change that one here, right? Within double quote you want to write within double quote, right? BR tag, that is for the new line. This is only B, that is for bold, right? Echo double quote. Once you open the double quote, you should close the double quote at the end, right? Write the B here. Then after this one, you want to write the again B, right? After again save it, right? Then go to the local host. I don't need to again. You don't want to go to the local, the WAMP and local host. Now we have in the minimize one. Then you can change it and refresh button. You can refresh the same file. It will change. Right. Then we'll go to the next one. Then change the color also. You can change the color, right? Now these are the some HTML tag also we are using here. That's why we are calling the embedded with the HTML, right? Font color green, right? Font color green. Then you can change the any font colors. You can practice it. Now you can type it. You got the answer? Then likewise, there are different things you can, for the text, you can change the italic, right? Different colors, right? Underline, bold, what are the things for the HTML text you can memorize and do the changes what we have displayed. You can do the changes, right? Then next one, the today's date. To display the today's date, you can write the date format and the within the PHP coding, right? Right, today is you can see the date format. After the format you have given, it will display in the local host. Okay, up to now, any problems or any questions you have? Do you have any questions? Alok?
No, madam.
Alok, okay.
Okay, madam. No problem.
You are practicing, you are typing the coding?
Yes, madam.
All right. Then date format, you got the date?
Yes, madam.
Right. What about other students? Right. Then we will go to the PHP comments. Anyone has any issues up to now? Those who are working with the computers, you are okay with the work with the PHP coding? You are typing on Notepad or Dreamweaver? Where? Notepad. What is the editor you are using? Can talk someone.
Let me
What is the
Sublime.
editor? Huh?
Sublime.
Okay, what about others? What are editors?
Sublime Text.
Okay. Anyone use the Dreamweaver?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
I am using the
Right.
Dreamweaver.
Then go to the PHP comments. Right. As you are familiar with the other programming languages, like now we have done the in semester 1 C++, they also we use the comments. Why we use the comments? Why we use the comments? To describe the particular line or particular paragraph, right? In the program, to understand the content or whatever the coding we written in our program, later on we can understand what we had written there. That's why we are using the comments. Right? It is not interrupt in our PHP codings. Just when we write the in proper way in PHP comments, right? In computer program in C++, we have only two types of comments. One is single line, other one is multi-line, right? Single line, there are two slashes, two forward slashes, right? And multi-line comments, you use the slash with star and with the star with slash. That is multi-line comment, right? Then the shell script line comment here, PHP, we use the shell script line comment. This also single line, like single line comment. Another single line comment, that is number sign, we can use. Right? These are the three types of PHP comments. Right? Then you can use one of these comments in the Hello World program. What we have to do up to now, you can use these comments and see how it works.
Madam, you share the presentation. We still in preview screen.
I see. Okay, I will share the presentation then. You want to tell me, otherwise. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, madam.
Right. And now you can use these comments, right? The existing PHP coding first program, you can write these one or two comments, anything you can write, and again you can see the output also. There is no any difference, right? Once you add the comments in proper way, there is no any difference, right? Then next we are going to do the variables, right? Before displaying message. Right, then next one, that is variables. Right, can you see the variable presentation, the slide? Huh?
Yes, madam.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the meaning of variable? Why we use the variables? If you want to say any things, either string, either values, if you want to store the value or string, whatever the things you need, you can use a variable, right? Like you are familiar with those stuff in other programming language also, right? When we write the variables in PHP, you want to how you can write the variable with the dollar character, right? Dollar character. But in can you remember in computer programming? Yes, we write the data type and the variable name. There is no any dollar character. Here we are not writing the variable type here. We write the dollar character, right? Dollar symbol with the variable name. if you want to assign some value, you can assign it, right? You can assign, right? Then the assignment operator you can use to assign variable into some values or to the string or whatever the things you assign you with the variable name. Then we'll see how you can write the variable names. Like other languages, there are some rules when you are writing the variables. Your variable names in PHP also case sensitive, right? Then if you write the say capital A or either simple A, these are the two variables. If you write the variable lowercase number and uppercase A number, these are the two variables, right? Then here PHP doesn't require variables to declare before it used, right? Like the programming language, it's not necessary to write the at the beginning of the coding. No need to write the PHP variables. You straight away you can write the where you need to declare the variables. You can use it, right, with the dollar symbol. Now here the example one the variable equal to number, either one character or either any text, any string, right? Then when you write the string, you can write within the single quote, either double quote also. You can use the double quote also to display the variables, right? Then next one, right? The variable naming conventions. It's normally start with the letter, right? O underscore. Then you can use alphanumerical characters for variables, right? Lowercase, uppercase, or number. But it start with the letter O underscore character. Right? Then if you are using the variable as a two words, then in between you write the underscore character to separate these two words. If you keep the gap, there will be error. So better to write the in proper way. When you are naming the variables, you write the in correct way declaration of the variable. Then other things, if you can write in this way also. Within if you are using the two words, you can write the as underscore character, either lowercase letter and the second one with the uppercase, like as a single word you can use, right? These are the variable naming conventions, right? Then these are the predefined variables, right? This is the predefined variables with the uppercase letters, right? Which we are going to use later on, not now, right? When we are using the forms in PHP, then you won't use these get, post, and request cookies. Those are the things we are going to use later. That is inbuilt variables in PHP. Just I mentioned here, these are type of variables. That's why I mentioned in this slide. Right, then we'll see the example, how to declare the variable, printing variables with the values, right? Then normally BR tag we used to write to get the new line, right? Now you declare the variable with a single quote and end with the single quote, line end with the semicolon. To display, if you want to display the entered variable, you write the instead of this one, right? Just dollar variable. Then it will display this one. We'll see. Now the next one, another variable, we display the character, and that also you are going to display, right? Then another variable with the decimal point, right? Then instead of print, we can use the print. Instead of echo, you can use the print. Here for the decimal point, you can use the print F also, right? Print F and decimal number and with the 1 decimal point. We'll see how it looks like once you write this program. Can you write this program and see what is the output? Okay. You can write the program. Right? Are you convenient? Are you okay with the situation? This is the first part. Second part. Right. To get the new line, you can use the echo with the BR tag with the double quote. Either here, even you can see, right? I put the BR tag, right? You can use the dot operator. Then within double quote, you can write the within with angle brackets BR tag to get the new lines, right? So again, I am going to save it. Then go to here and I will refresh it. Right, there are some, yeah, what are the things we have? There are some errors.
Madam,
Yeah,
in every time that we are printing a decimal number, we have to use that syntax, right?
yes, decimal number. Without now see what is the output you got once you.
Yes. When we are changing the 1 to 2, it prints the both decimal points. If
Yeah,
we use
both
1,
decimal
it
point.
only
Yeah. Now, what is the output you got for the last one?
printing out a variable 100 and again 100.0.
0.1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can change the, now here 1F, right? 1.1F, then you can change the 2F and see what is the difference.
For the 1F, 100.01.
0.1, yeah. That means the requirement of the decimal number you want, you can, accordingly, you can change the 1F, 2F, whatever the floating numbers, right? That's why it's mentioned in there. Can you understand?
Right.
Shall we go to the next one? We'll see
Okay,
what
madam.
are the, yeah. Everyone is okay?
Okay.
Right.
Okay,
Then we see when you display the string, right? We can use double quote, either single quotes, right? Double quote, either single quote. There are two different ways to print in text using PHP. Single quote and double quote. Then there are here. Next one, we will see there are differences how if you are using the single quote. Now for the variable, we want to use the say within double quote we display the text, right? Then using echo, you are going to print that declared variable. Now our variable is name. You want to display it, right? At the beginning we declare the variable into the string, and here you want to display it. Then here echo $name. Then what is the output you got? That is, what is the output? You can see the output, right? Just to I'm going to copy this one and type here, right? Now when you write this one, you can display the, right? There's nothing, just you can see the output, right? Because instead of $name, it will display the entire text, right? Then go to the next one. When we use the double quotes, right? when we want to specify character in our strings, such as a new line or string, single quote will treat them as regular character. If you are using the now in the previous example, now if you are writing the single quote with the string and backslash n, that is for the new line, right? Either BR tag, both we can use for the new line. It will take as a normal character, right? It will not act as a new line, right? In that situation, you need to use the double quote. Those are the things you, the difference between the single quote and the double quote, right? Even for some special characters, you want to use with the double quotes, right? The example now, once you write this example, we expect to get the answer, the name of the person, but it comes with the backslash also. Why? The new line character is not it's working as a this special character without any reaction. It will come as a normal character, right? The single quotes will treat them a regular character, as a regular character. Also, when printing a variable string, it is advisable to use, normally better to use the double quote. Now here in the next example, a variable equal to the, we assign to the string, then echo this variable, instead of this one, it will take the Peter, right? And then here there are two ways. One is with single quote with the backslash n, and here double quote with the backslash n. Then if you write the double quote, it will get the new line. Here just write the normal regular character. You can appear here, right? Right, then you can write these two examples. You got those answers? When you use a single quote and the double quote? Right, Nisal Buddhila? You are with the computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you completed this example, last one? With the single quote and with the new line, and again the even same text, you can use the double quote and the new line, right? Here, if you are using the single quote, see the variable is not taking. That's why we got the answer as I display here in the comment line. I display the output of the first line, that is this dollar variable. It will display as it is, because it will not take instead of variable name is not visible. Why? We use the single quote, right?
Yeah.
These are the disadvantage we have if we are using the single quote. Then advisable to use double quote, then it will take the both. Now even variables or any quotations, we can it will work as normal way. Now here this last one is instead of variable, it will get the sign in variable, right? Instead of variable, it will take the name and display the result. Right, shall we move on to the next slide?
Okay, madam.
Right, this example also just you can yeah, they are same program, no need to write now, right? No need to type now, you can later practice it. Just these two exercises within single quote, and then double quote also you can write. Then to concatenate or to combine the two strings, as you know, you can use the, you can define the two variables. You can define the two variables and concatenate or combine the strings, use the dot operator, right? String 1, you can at the beginning, string 1, and within double quote, you can write the string. Then string 2, then if you want to get these two lines together, you can write the string 1 dot operator. Here you can keep the gap within the double quote, and next one again dot operator in the second string, right? Then you can concatenate or combine the two strings together, right? Then this is the output we can see, right? These two variables, assigning two variables, you can combine, right? And see the output using the dot operator or concatenate the two variables. Right, there are some string functions. Here we can cover up that one also, right? String functions to find the length of the string, as you aware, right? You can at the beginning you can declare the string within double quote. To find the length, the string length function, you write the string length, strlen. Within bracket, you can write the variable name, right? Then it will display the number of characters available in your given text. Right? In next function, string replace, right? String replace. The function replace all occurrences of the search string in the, right? Then a string replace function. Now say if you want to change the replace some function. Now we have the one string here, right? Now instead of hello, we are going to display the hi, right? Then you can string replace. Then which word you are going to change within double quote, you can write it, comma, the new word, the expected word you are going to change, right? That is the second one under that function, and comma, from where? From this text, the variable name of the text, right? Then you want to write in this way, string replace. Then instead of hello, it will display the hi in this text.
Replace text in using text.
Yeah. If you got any errors in the Dreamweaver, easily you can make it correct. Otherwise, you can try to change. Sometimes when you open the double quote, if you haven't closed that one, either in with the semicolon missing, those and string replace, that str underscore replace, right? That function, right? Not a single word, str underscore. Here you can't see because it's coming with the red line, right? This is, you want to write the str underscore replace. Right? Then within bracket, these are the three things you want to write. One is the existing word, new word, and the variable, assign in variable.
Okay, madam.
Right, then go to the next one. String to upper, right? You want to change the text into the uppercase or in other way around, right? String to upper, it will change the lowercase letter or lowercase letter into the upper. Other one is string to lower, right? String to lower. First, you can display the two variables. First one with the lowercase letters, second one with the uppercase letters, and write the function echo string to upper, and the variable name. If we are using the function, that is, you want to write within the bracket and end with the semicolon. And then once you save and go to the browser, you can see these two words variables has been changed with the uppercase letters, either lowercase letters. Then next one, UC first. That means you change the first letter of the string as a uppercase. If you want to change the uppercase letter, only the first letter, then you can use the UC first, uppercase first letter, right? Function is UC first. Then you can write the variable. It will display the hello world. Hello, here it's in the variable, you display only the lowercase, all the lowercase letters. It will become the first letter of the text as a uppercase. And before doing the constant values, we can have one exercise. Right, you can try this one also. First one, right, you have assigned the variable into the value, right? Then second one, that is a text, right? Then using either echo, either here we use the print function to display these two variables, right? One is number and the other one is with a single quote. Here it is no any issue when we are using the single quote. There is no any variables inside, either no any special characters to work. So we can use with the single quote here and to display this one. And one more exercise, define the variable, right? There are two variables, one is name, other one is age, so that a line would be printed out, say in the following sentence, right? This output should be appear hello and name, then in the same line you can display the age as well. Tell me, once you finish the second one, define the variable, just write the name, right, with the dollars character. You can define the variable and then display the following sentence.
Okay, madam.
Both are okay? Right. Then we go back to the presentation and do the constant value as well. Right. Then regarding the constant values, right, variables, that means it is vary. Constant values, that is fixed values. Here we are not use the dollar symbol if we are using the constant value. We can declare the constant value, right? So normally we write the uppercase letters and we write the define constant also. Define function, here within double quote you can write the constant name, comma constant value. How you can define the constant values, we'll see the here example also. The constant is an identifier or simple value, right? You can write the different ways how you can write the constant values, right? Valid constant names, these are the valid constant names, right? Then invalid constant name also they are, because if you can't write the in like variables, you can't start with the number, right? Then this is the one example. If you are using the constant values, can you see the screen properly? You can just type and see what are the outputs you can see. If you are using the defined constant, right, then what are the output you can see, right? Then to display these values, if you use the F double O, it will display the here these are the defined constant sign-in value, right? In F double O 2 is the next one, right? Then F double O with the underscore BR, that means the third one, valid constant names, right? Likewise, you can at the beginning you can define those values and display the result using this echo statement. Can you type this one quickly?
මැඩම් මේ කන්ස්ටන්ට් වල මේ ප්‍රයෝජනය පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න පුළුවන්ද?
Constant normally we used to, if you are, there are some values, fixed values, right? Constant means you can't use the, if it is the fixed value, better to use the constant, right? Not like variables, right? If the fixed values, you want to declare the fixed values, better you can use the constants. Declare it as a constant. That is the advantage we have, right?
Okay, madam.
Now you see the first three, that is valid constants, right? Valid constant names. These are the invalid constant name instead of because when we define the constant value, right, it will assign the string into the constant value. And invalid, here this is not invalid, this is the valid, but the next one define, third one, it is valid, but it should be avoided because it is it will break your script sometimes. That's why it's mentioned it is it should be avoided, like. Right, these are the three things we have. First one is valid constants, other one is invalid, and third one, last one, that is valid, and it is what should be avoided. Right, we have three more slides. We can finish the, once we complete these three slides, we can finish today's session. I go to the data types. Have you finished the constant one?
Yes, madam.
You got all the answers?
Yes, madam.
Right, then go to the next one. Data types in PHP. Right, these are the data types we have in the PHP. Boolean, either true or false values. You can mention this true or false values. That is data type we call the Boolean. Then integer values, as you are aware, you can write the whole numbers, right? Plus, minus. Then with the octal hexa, any number place you can use the integer values, right? With the variable, you can assign the integer values. Then floating point values, right? You can write the floating, either double or real numbers we call, right? You can assign the variable with the exponent value even, without exponent. Here with exponent, you can use the floating point value. Then string,
Madam,
already we have used the string.
Excuse me, madam, what the exploding numbers, the $C equal to 7E minus 10? What is the meaning?
Right. I think you, I can't remember. Yeah, E mean exponent. You see now, if you want to write the decimal number, now what is the meaning of 10 to the power 2? What's the meaning of 10 to the power 2? That is
100.
exponent 2,
100.
right? Yeah, 100. But we write the 10 to the E3 mean 10 to the power 3. And the second one, you see E3 exponent, E mean exponent, right? Those who have done the
Scientific
A levels,
method.
yeah, if you, those who have done the A levels in mathematics, they might aware, right? The E3 mean that is 10 to the power 3. You can count the number, multiply 1.2, multiply by 10 to the power 3, then you can get some answer, right? Instead of writing 10 to the power 3, we write the E3. Here E minus 10, that is 10 to the power minus 10, right? How it works, that is exponent, E mean exponent value. And in mathematical things, you are using the, when we are using the floating point numbers, we use the normal, not only the just normal decimal point values. With the exponent values also, you can write some numbers. Right? Can you understand?
Okay, madam.
You
Thank you.
understand? Okay.
Yes, madam.
Right. Then the strings already we have used the strings, right, with the single quote, double quote. Then arrays, right? We are going to do the arrays later. Arrays, these are the data types available in PHP, right? Then integer, then floating, boolean, strings, arrays. These are the main data types in PHP. Right, and other than that, if you are using the objects or null values, these are the 4 scale types. Important things, 4 scale type data types we call the boolean, integer, float, and string. 2 component types, right? Arrays and objects. These are the component types, data types, right? Altogether, we have the mainly we have these 6 types of data types in the PHP. Right, then now 12 o'clock, now another 4 minutes more. Then second lecture I will start in the next session, and I will give some exercise also on in the class. Right, then right, how is the session now? It's okay, you are satisfied with this mode?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
ma'am.
Yes, full of
Yeah,
satisfaction.
it's
Yes, madam.
okay. Then now I will today itself I will try to share the, today either tomorrow I will share the Excel sheet, right? You can fill the your name and registration number and how many the attendance, who attended this today's session, you can mark and share it, right? In Google Drive I will share it, right? Then any questions? Those who haven't installed the WAM server,
No, ma'am.
you can install it. Try to find the machines. If you don't have the computers, try to find the machines. And then easily we can do here. Otherwise, just talking and without doing the exercises, you can't go quickly, because once you understand the exercise only, you can go forward. Right? All the reps are present here. Right. Any problems, any issues up to now?
Madam, in this semester, have we practical exam for this subject?
Yes, normally in the all the semesters, we do the practical and theory both for this web programming module. We assess by practical and theory. Around nearly, normally we do the 2 or 3 hours practical and another 2 hours. Normally 5 hours the exam normally we conduct. We'll see. It's now in future we can't tell now, right? Future we don't know what will happen with this corona and all, then we'll see however we can smoothly work with we can do the studying the module, and then we will see how, because this is practical oriented one, so we need to assess you practical aspect as well, not only the theory, right?
How much
So it's
practical assessment we have, madam, and how much marks for them and subject marks?
no, normally for the exam we give the 100 marks, right? Then for the theory paper 100, give the 100, and for the practical paper also 100, then 200 divide by 200, and then 50-50, right?
Okay.
And this is also, I mentioned earlier, this is a shared module. So the lecturer also conduct, once I finish this my part, he will continue. Then the question paper also, half of the question from me and other half from the other lecturer. Theory also, practical, and both we do the shared questions, practical questions and the theory questions, and do the exam. And assignment also, he do the assignment, and I am also conducting assignment, at least 1 or 2, we'll see. Then all together get 10 divide by 2 and get the convert to the 100. Then out of 100, 60 we give the exam marks, both theory and practical, both, and 40% for the assignment. Right, any other questions? Right, if you don't have any questions, then we will meet in next Tuesday, same time, right? Okay,
Okay,
then I
madam.
will share the, yeah, I will share the attendance later. You can fill it and share with me. Okay, then take care, everyone. Right?
Okay, thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Okay,
madam.
thank you, madam.
Okay,
See you again.
Thank you,
see
ma'am.
you.